welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha in Spice. Today we are in the Katariga community here in Tamale. We want to have an unusual conversation as you wouldn't see on the Reflection Show. We want to have a conversation with some young men in the Katariga community. We want to see what it feels like to be a young man, the hassle of the everyday Ghanaian young man, the issues that we go through and how we can do better, and our expectations of our elders, our leaders, our politicians and people in government, the things we expect them to do for us to make our life much better. Let's take a break. When we are back, we delve into the conversation. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. It's a reflection show with me, Martha in Spice. Like I said earlier on, we want to look at the hustle of the young Ghanaian person. But today we are concentrating at the Katariga community here in Tamale. And I'll be sitting with my first participant, Abdul Momin, right? So he wants to just tell us some of the things that he has experienced and some of the things that he feels that we need to be able to pay attention to us young people.
Actually, the Ikana Intimidity Katariga Youth Association and the Minibishama Katariga Youth Association, we are so many. We are many people in Katariga here, but we have young people here in Katariga, but we don't have job to do. So sometimes I'm worried about it because as of now I'm operator, excavator operator, so we don't have work. And the nangla was pump dinang katika tuman makakwanji yango, and anytime people come here, NGOs come to help us, but our politicians, I think they don't help us because there are so many works here. They have to do it, but they refuse to do it. Anytime Bakana TLT, Tankana Tinong Wakanong Watia. But when Yarle, so Timunyal marriage, I'm got to Uncle Pavu, Kacher, Bietua Shanga, because Uncle Dwelva, Aben Yaban Shaw, and Pupu, I'm worried about it when maybe politicians come and they say we should bring our motors to them to fill us in this thing. Pay through. No, I don't feel to go that because when we go that we get nothing. When we come, we just sit down like that. We don't have work. So Sachel comes as politicians, maybe cannot anymore. Mampa worry about it. So Mamblamba and jump to give because if I go, they will spoil my future. So I don't like to go with them because Sapa cannot know to bazaar to work hard. Maybe two young shares and good family. But you cannot young. They say you should come and feel. They will feel you for go and do campaign to them. At the end, you get nothing. So up and now, we won't go like that.
You are tired
so,
of that.
Tia and Yelsham Yamen. The NGOs more pa encourage you to need to ashanga because politicians, now we don't fear about them because they do nothing to us.
Okay.
So as come on NGOs now people you pam by some pam the ma because tinyara yara pam young karanyara NGOs and Canada strong tele like tinyata level is that young NGOs ma banda Canada strong tele kala la level man so strong the pam the blind school because damn shit young ma that time we don't have money to go so we drop our school like that. So now we are learning a work and now we come out. So thing tumana makane. But the one tumana ma like Nijian, Niala excavator operator. Babumpo Nijian, lines is can need the Kajiama. So never yelling so the blind tuners and manchant the politician because they can't help me. If I just give them to them, I give them several times to help me in that thing, but they refuse to. They are not helping. They just want you. Anytime that they come, you follow them to. No.
Okay.
Now I won't go like that because I have to make family. So I won't use my life useless.
Okay, Abdulmumin, thank you very much for your comments. I really appreciate. His concerns are valid. The politicians are asking the young men to come and ride their motors and make all the noise during their campaigns and all of that. But anytime they are also asking the politicians for help, they are not being able to help them, and that is really something that is affecting them. Anyone around who wants to talk? We are having a conversation here in the community. Yes, I think someone wants to talk. Okay. All right, go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Alasan Ibrahim.
Alasan Ibrahim wants to tell us something. Go ahead.
I'm a native of Katariga.
Okay.
The issue is that we are from Katariga here, and majority of the youth, we are here, we don't have work to do. And most of us, we drop out from school because of capital. So I would have encouraged that the NGOs and the stakeholders, they should have come to our aid.
Great.
To help us with capital so that we'll be able to further our education to the highest degree.
Wow.
Because some of us, we drop out because of capital. And even some of us, our houses, we have extended families. You hardly go to this house and you see that one of them will further their education to the tertiary level because of the large number of the people or the capital. So I shall encourage that the NGOs and the stakeholders, they should have come to the communities to talk to their family members about family planning issues, so that they would reduce their families.
Wow.
So that will enable them to cater for their children to further their education to the highest level.
Wow, let's clap for him. I like that point. We should encourage family planning or encourage people so that, like you said, you go to a family, there are lots of children, so they can't further their education. Any last point so that I come to him?
And most of the youth here, we are workers and we are farmers.
Okay.
When it comes to rainy season like this, we don't have capital. When it comes to farming, you have to use the tractor to plow, then insecticides and the fertilizer
are all expensive.
So if the NGOs should come to our aid to help us with that input, it will help us to grow very well.
Wow, that is a great point on agriculture. People think that young people do not want to go into agriculture, but I think that hearing this in Katariga community, which means that if you want to support anyone in Katariga, you can come and get the youth to help you in agric. You want to say something, right? Oh, that's my friend. Don't be shy. Okay. What do you want to tell us?
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon. Please move the microphone. Yes.
I'm Osman Jafaro.
Okay.
For me, I'm having a point about education.
Education,
and concerning me myself.
Okay.
When I was to take off my GSS, my BEC exams, it was then that I got to know that students, you have to learn in the night.
Wow.
Or even after school, you have to sit down and learn.
When you were about to write these,
it was when I was to take my BEC that I got to know that as a student you have to learn after school. Okay. There wasn't any extra classes for me, maybe giving me chance of sitting down to learn. But now our junior brothers, for them, they are lucky that some of our teachers in this school, they are giving them extra classes after school.
Yes.
And And again, this community, we are lucky that we had this thing, one NGO. I can't give the full meaning. This was it, CPYWD.
Okay.
CPYWD.
Okay.
They help us in building up a library structure, but the library structure is filled of nothing. There is no books in it.
Oh, okay.
It's true. There is no books in it. So I think like maybe I felt a victim. My brothers shouldn't
go through that
process too.
Wow.
So I think maybe if NGOs could have helped to fill up that structure for our young brothers, so that maybe they would have get to know that they have to learn after school, not maybe if they have to write their BEC.
And of course that will be too late if you are waiting to start learning after BEC.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll come to you. I think there was someone who wanted to give us a point. Anyone that wants to talk? Yes. Oh, the one next to you wants to talk. Yes. So like he said, most people don't actually have access to education after the usual or the normal after school hours, and until he was about to take his BET, he never got to know that it is important for a young person or a student to learn after school. Yes. Your name?
Abdul Fattah.
Abdul Fattah. Okay, so Abdul Fattah, tell us about anything you want us to know about the household of a young man.
Good evening once again.
Good evening. No, you can't sit. Or you feel powerful when you stand. Okay, Abdul Fattah wants to stand.
I'm happy to you people.
Okay.
Just come here to make us fine in our future.
Okay.
We are thanking you.
Okay.
But after here, dear, we have so many problems.
Okay.
So many problems in our life. Because this time around, if you are just want to do something even easy, it will be difficult to you.
Yeah.
Because after our politicians, they are just lying to us every day. Anytime they are lying to us.
Anytime they are lying to you.
Yes.
Okay.
And this time around, we are not a kid. We are also growing like that. For me, dear, I wrote BEC 2016, but I couldn't go to school because of money. Serious. My fees is 800, but me
800 cedis
800 Ghana
to go into the senior high school in
school.
2016.
Yes.
And because of that, you are still home.
I'm still home.
But I'm told that there's free senior high school. Why haven't you taken advantage of that?
No, that time around
there was no free
senior high school.
Okay.
Unless you pay your fees before you go.
But did you try the following year to see if you could go to school?
No, I didn't try. I just leave the school in my right hand and get married.
Hey, you got married?
Yes.
Nice.
Now I have a wife with 2 children.
Oh, okay.
Wife with 2 children. So we need help. We need plenty help. So we are just praying to you people, like the way you think to us. God will help you people to help us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like the fact that he said he got married when he couldn't go to school. So if we want to actually reduce the population, I think that education is one key way that we can help reduce population. So that people that are done with junior high school and senior high school can also further their education. If not, imagine the number of kids that they are going to have. Anyone else who wants to talk or say something? Those here, please, should we come to you? Yes. Yes. Or anyone that wants to add up to something? So now I want to speak to another gentleman who will be telling us what he feels. You are saying you are Isahaku, right? Abdul Rahman Isahaku. So Abdul Rahman Isahaku will tell us what he thinks about being a young man. So go ahead.
Okay. What I said earlier, as a brother or sister, don't sit down and be looking at your colleague brothers or sisters misbehaving, and then you don't have any advice to.
Okay.
As I said, my early in the when I was in primary to JSS, as I said, I was brilliant and I can do better. Even when we wrote our welcome exams, my name was first.
Wow.
But I started misbehaving anyhow.
How are you misbehaving?
I was absenting myself to school, and even break time I will not get back to school again. I will go and be climbing trees, mango trees, and be jumping here and there. Soon as I heard the bell ring, the closing time, I will quickly climb the tree and hide myself before my colleagues pass. And after they passed, I will then take my books and follow them
to go home.
Was
there a reason that you began misbehaving? Because you said you were brilliant and you just stopped going to school.
I was not getting advice, and then even the school books. Like if I was to buy books, I found it difficult to get money.
Okay.
And then the school fees too. It was proven to me.
Okay.
There were so many problems when I was in JSS. So I'm advising to my colleagues, don't let your colleague or your children or even if you don't know that child and the child is behaving, don't let him continue that wrong.
If the child is misbehaving, don't let them continue in that regard. Okay. So I like that key point about the fact that we need to be able to advise our younger ones. Like he said, he was very intelligent, he was smart, but all of a sudden, because of lack of guidance, he just, let me say, fell off, and he wished that he could turn back the hands of time to go back to school and become a better person, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Even as time goes, my knowledge started declining.
Okay.
When I was understanding what I'm to say,
like in school, primary or JSS?
JSS, my intelligence, it was starting declining.
Okay.
Before just the SS.
Okay. So at what point did you really drop out from school completely?
No, I left in HND.
Okay. Okay. Wow, great. But at least you still made some effort to go to a particular stage.
I'm willing.
You are willing?
Yes.
Okay. And I hope that with that willingness, with the right support, you'll be able to go back to school fully, get a degree, or even want to do your master's or your PhD, if that's possible.
It will be possible.
Okay. Any other who wants to say something? Yes, anyone? Or do you want to continue? Okay, so he wants to say something in Dagbani. Okay, I'll just go to translate, but yes, go ahead.
Anong to te ma be ma di fila pam ka ba fila ma no te nyasam pam bimi ban ma nye shukuru be ma tan pam ben te pa shukuru be ka shukuru be mi ko mali to amosra te ba mi shukuru ma hal tan garbe to amosra dama ban ne shukuru ma di ku be kawula sahabi la ban to nye tumatum amata mo na ma di patabo nene moy bambe zasa bain ku jinjin tinye tuma sa kan banto chan shukurta ma ta monam be ni panim mo te ban manra ko chan shukurta ka te bambe chan shukurta ga he mo mala ka te ba be ti ngasi do timi bi chan shukurma zo be woro na te ba shi te ba bo han tuma na ma
okay
le te tuma na mami di patabona ni mo dinki yel ne ay be gumde silmin silzon hal was mana ko don to ay hal ne be gumde silmin silma zo nyin kara cha ko sa zan atuma tuma da ma ko to jima fila ayongo tori palala sonsum denem bien zanti te bambe jang shukuru mi ka en yono to sonta ka te batum dele ni enje ka te banyar la leher te be shukuru
okay I feel I did feel very good feeler but ka question abona ya
question
abona ya dema
no nle
ko yelma bon sha one year. Okay, he will come back. Who else? I want us to feel free and talk. Yes, let me come to this gentleman, please. Tell us some of the challenges that you have.
Oh, you try most around ya.
Okay.
Kachi.
Chadamira no.
Damare. You try most around ya. Kachi to be polama. We have a lot of young men around.
Okay.
Who have no work, who are dropped from school. Some are not working, and others are just roaming around. And like you come to our aim and ask about our problems.
Okay.
We are happy and glad for your coming because the way we see ourselves roaming around, some are now. What word am I going to use it? Shab kwan let you find ba shab fan yurba.
Drug abuse. Okay.
So the song to be home.
Okay.
It's not good at all.
Yeah.
So and the lampai tell you and the politicians cannot something. To me to be near song some. We don't get any help from the politicians.
Okay.
We'll be happy that if you people can help us so that we can get those help from you people. That would be better for us.
Okay.
Because as we are still young and we need more time to do something in ourselves.
Okay.
As for now, it's not easy for we the young men because no work at all.
Okay.
I think I'll stop here then.
Okay. All right. I think it's one key thing I'm hearing. Any other person that wants to say something, should I come to you? Oh, I said he's a fine boy. There's also a fine boy. Any other person wants to say something? But you see, there is one key thing I'm learning from this whole conversation. One is education. Most of these young men are not in schools or dropped out from schools because their parents or their families couldn't afford quality education to pay their school fees. Some of them had to drop out from school because of 800 Ghana cedis to pay for their fees to go, and because of that they had to get married and now they have 2 kids. There are some as well who have larger families. So like they said early on, you come from a family of about 20 children, 30 children. How are your parents going to take care of you? And just the one who spoke that man, he said one very key important thing, that he said that because they haven't been to school, their parents have not been to school, they all have a lot of kids. How much more their kids? So if their kids are not able to go to school because they are not employed, they do not have money to send their kids to school, then the pattern continues. Quality education is key. Family planning, that is reducing the number of kids you have, is key. And also probably, they may not all agree with me, marrying just one wife can help reduce the number of kids that these young men need to have. But you see, this is the true hustle of the young everyday Ghanaian young man, because they think about where the next meal is going to come from. And this conversation is just telling us that the politicians are, quote and unquote, using these young men. Somebody mentioned a very key point that said that when they come into our community, they expect these young men to bring their motorbikes. They fill the motorbikes with fuel, and they expect them to roam town with so much noise, announcing the arrival or the presence of that particular politician. And right after that, they do not see the politician again because they give them so much promises. Unfortunately, this is something that must stop. And also, the issue of drug abuse, the Mother Inspires Foundation and Reflection TV show has really spearheaded this agenda on drug abuse, and people taking all sorts of things just to get high and feel better. But I'll come to them. Issues on drug abuse, like those stuff, is it something that is rampant? And what can we tell our colleagues, young men, to stop? Because we are trying our best. The girls are now taking it because the boys are taking it. Some of the girls are taking it because their boyfriends have introduced those things to them. So I want someone who can take us through this issue on drug abuse. Do you want to start? Any issue on drug abuse? Some of them are shy. Okay, anyone? Drug abuse. Okay. So tell us something, any advice or whatever you want to say about the substance abuse, tramadol, energy drinks, weed, all of those things. I don't know all of them. Just go ahead. What's your name? Okay, Abdul Majid, right? Okay. You always get an Abdul here. So Abdul Majid, go ahead.
Sometimes it's lie. You cannot take hard drugs and do hard working.
Okay.
So some small boys, they are using it to catch ladies. They use it and catch the girls. If
the boys use that, they take the hard drugs to use and catch girls.
And catch girls and use them and confuse our colleagues to take it. Plus the energy drinks.
Okay, energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
They put the hard drugs in the energy drinks.
They put the hard drugs in the energy drink.
To get what? To get more energy?
To get more energy, but they are lie.
Wow.
I don't think that if you take that thing, you'll be. If you have energy, you have.
Yeah.
That thing cannot help you to have energy.
Yeah. Can you give me an experience, or you have seen someone take it and something has happened to the person?
Yes.
Give me one example.
One of my uncle.
Okay.
He has taken.
Don't mention names.
No, I won't mention.
Yes, one of you. Before your uncle catches
my uncles are many.
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot.
Your uncles are many. So one of his uncles.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's taking it. By now, if you look him.
Don't mention names. Go ahead.
If I look him now,
yes,
it's resembling me to cry.
Wow.
Yeah. So because you have to stop it.
Okay.
Otherwise, they will kill us earlier.
Any other person who wants to tell us their experience? Maybe your uncle or your auntie. Okay, tell us on that. Hey, that's the one with the 2 children.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Ntiaya. The nanyasimpa. Ama tundi fila mana te pa tima mama yeto ama sometimes. Tima valuable energy drinks nyubo. The lapsa tunya pa ma toko bang. Na te chin na.
Okay.
Yes. Because after the energy drink there, doctors tell us that if you are drinking the energy drink, you can get kidney problem.
True. Great point. Let's clap for him. Yes. Great point.
And after the kidney problem there, if you just go and cross this kidney problem, you will cry. Yes, you will cry. Even we will cry and help you.
If you
yes.
if you cross the kidney problem,
yes,
you will cry.
We will cry and help you.
Cry and help
One day we will send you to cemetery.
Okay.
That means you dead like that.
I like that.
So for me, dear, if you just want me to help you to die, I will pray God and help you normally.
Okay.
But if you want to remove your mind from that bad things, I will help you to remove your mind from that.
Yeah.
Because after this tramadol there, I saw someone take it and came and stand road like this, sleeping like that.
Someone took tramadol.
Yes.
Okay.
Tramadol. Take it and be dozing like it's a cow.
Oh.
It's not good for us.
That's true.
So I'm talking to my brothers and sisters to stop that drugs, taking that bad things.
True.
That soft drink.
Yeah, the soft drinks.
Yes, it will help you. But if you just go and take, even this time around we have, is it?
Okay, yes. We don't want, we don't want him to mention the names of brands. Just say energy drinks because we don't want you to mention and somebody will feel like you are sport. So it sends it. So he just advocating that make sure you do not take energy drinks excessively because it's not good for you. If you want to take it, there are a lot of soft drinks out there. When we say soft drinks, when you go ask them, the shop, they will tell you. Energy drinks, they will tell you. But continue. I don't mention any company's name. Yeah.
So I'm advising my brothers and sisters to stop that things. It won't help us at all. And once again, For the tramadol, we all, boys and girls, we combine and be taking the drugs. It's not good for us. And
some boys and girls.
Yes, some boys and girls. For that girls there, we are just using that drugs to chopping them.
Sense it. So you take the tramadol, mix it with energy drinks to take advantage of the girls.
Yes.
Wow. Why? Because you want to get more energy?
And because this time around we don't have money to get married. If you want to marry, if you just ask the girl, I just want to marry you.
But you are married. Why do you want to marry again?
She come to her
parents.
You don't have money. Money no day. So you go and think that, oh, I can marry her, but I just want to chop.
Please, thank you so much. all right, Tenzed. But so I think the key point that they are trying to make is the fact that these young men take these energy drinks just to take advantage of these young girls because they want to be stronger, they want to be whatever that they feel that will make them more appropriate. But we are saying that, and I like the point the first gentleman made, that it's not good. It's not true that these energy drinks and these weed and tramadol gives energy. So I'm glad that they themselves are saying and advocating that we need to make sure that the excessive intake of energy drinks are stopped among young men, especially, and also mixing it with other concoctions, for lack of better words. Yes. Oh, I'll come to you. Go ahead.
Jaren nyasum pam kana te party kati nguzanti nkyarsa mama te paya ali tima va ma to ayama de ma barna pam zantiti ami kana palozo ka accident nanka akudwa ka tinyala ongubla tim kazanti twesoni hal even yellow drivers mo pa mo pergle biane to women yellow driver sora ku chanti ne be shi wa ne palma na ma ka ye timako ngobe so I drugs man war ku vies anti zaza mangbaza no ku ma pa okay so just to tell you about the joke that he mentioned, that because of the excessive intake of these drugs and drinks, there was a driver who had passengers in his vehicle. He got to a point and told the passengers to get down because the road had come to an end, and it was because of these intake of these drugs. So he said that a lot of us young people are not taking care of our health and taking excessive of these drugs. Yeah, something you want to say?
I want to add something small to the drugs.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes this thing comes in the sense that sometimes we the parents, we don't monitor who our children choose their friends.
Great.
Sometimes if we don't monitor the friends that your children are mingle with, sometimes they can engage in the peer influence. And sometimes even the government and the NGO, they should come out to help us with the fight of the drug abuse. And even the communities like this, we have set a bylaws just to fight the drug abuse.
Tell me some of them. What are some of the laws?
The law, like this community, we have some chiefs, and they have gathered that they form a youth.
Okay.
So that if they found somebody who is selling it, so that they will bring the person to their
chief palace. Nice.
So that they will find the person. So that's what they are doing. So if the whole nation is fighting about it, it will be better than we the communities are fighting about it, because it needs some capital to do it.
All right, so I like that because there have been continuous involvement, like he said, with the traditional authority. So if you are found selling these drugs or whatever that would affect the life of a young person, you'll be summoned to the chief palace. Yes, my boyfriend is about to speak. Yes. All right, let's hear him.
About the drugs abuse.
Yes.
Frankly speaking, the drugs abuse it has spoiled a lot of our junior brothers. Considering the age of 18 years to maybe 23, in between that range, majority of them have dropped out of school, even in this community.
Wow.
And it's because of drugs.
The drugs.
Though some of them are saying that it's because of finance.
True.
And maybe the true matter of it is the drugs. And some they encounter it maybe because they went like my brother did said like about the parents, how maybe the parents take care of their children. Some of them took maybe advantage of education. Maybe if they get to SS, maybe for that SS they don't have their parents there.
Yeah, so
because
they
of that they will take
misbehave.
it as an advantage of taking the drugs. So because of the drugs, I think majority of our junior brothers, it has affected them,
has
even
affected
in
them.
this community, not only at all.
Not outside, but yeah,
not
in
only
Tamale.
this community.
Yeah. Okay.
But as my brother did mention, even in Tamale there is a group of people who are fighting the drugs
That's
sellers.
good. Yeah.
Even to the extent maybe if they get you selling it, according to what I heard, if they get the drugs, if the drugs is costing 100 Ghana cedis, they will divide the amount into 3. They will, if they get 100 cedis drugs from you, you will pay 100 cedis, and they will divide it into 3 sections. One to that group, maybe in support of fighting for the drugs abuse. The other one to the chief police, and then maybe actually I can't tell.
That's okay. You don't have to go.
I think if the NGOs could have helped in fighting of the drugs
I
abuse,
think we are
it
doing
would
our
have
best
been
as
better.
NGOs.
Maybe
But you
like,
need to support us as well.
I think sometimes you don't involve much in it.
Okay.
My reason being that last what is the name? Morola. There was one. Okay, no,
Don't mention. Just go. There was one man.
There was one man
Yes.
who had a problem with those fighting it, and they have to go to court. From the court, like I heard, like it was the guy, that man who won the case, and I don't think that should have been possible. He shouldn't have won that case, because even you, the lawyer who said maybe or the judge who judged it that he's the one who won the case, get to know that you yourself, you are having children.
Yeah,
and
that's
somebody
true.
is fighting for your children's future.
Okay.
And maybe you are pushing that person backwards.
Okay.
I think maybe there is the need of helping,
Okay.
putting hands together to help.
Okay. We need to put our hands together to fight that. But one of the key things I need to mention that I keep hearing this keyword, NGOs. But you see, NGOs cannot fight if you are not willing to also support them to fight this agenda. Any? I saw a hand up. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ai. Jangbana kuma shanyara ya ma nguna katle kama daba ha ta kwan kama ma sham ha akatle jangmara cham kama ta shabra shukurnya ta shab karnya kama nangban to ato chan shukura sbashi hal kama triple ka ba jibin sha ka ta kuna so mama ko shi ba ma ba habi wura ba amma tibele biyaran ne ama sama ngwa ya ma lere ngwa kama bja ngwa paswa kama zanchan salatu masana kwa pa lere ngwa kama tuncha cha pa ben kan kama shikurba anto shikurna ka tumbiela kanya so agbanto kumane la yi bja chan ama sama mi dam pa ko nar shikuru ya to azanyela timatima ma fa ma dire ko chen shikuru kartiya nyon timami dana nya number 1 ban den chara nyon. So
okay. Yes, so in as much as we are saying that now we also need to help ourselves. We are all talking about the fact that we pray that God helps these young people to stop being addicted to these drugs, but we need to help ourselves. The parenting aspect is something that sincerely we are not proud of as a community, because sometimes it's like we are not paid attention towards young people. I want us to take a break. When we come back, we will take the final words of these young people and possible solutions in solving this issue. I am Catariga Spice. I'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. We want to look at the solutions. We have spoken so much about the causes, the effects, but what do we do then? If we have young people dropping out from school, it's a major issue because we are saying that we are the future leaders of this country. And how can we have a lot of future leaders dropping out from school? I'll be engaging a young man, Mr. Latif, who will be telling us about some of the solutions he thinks we can inculcate oh, Mr. Latif, don't be shy. Give us some of the solutions that you think that we can have to solve these issues. Please, let's listen to Mr. Latif.
Well, as I said earlier on, I think if you look at the solutions, they are in two folds.
Okay.
Unism of parenting.
Great.
That is both father and mother bringing themselves together to control the wayward life of our children.
Yeah.
Then secondly, community involvement. Possible if you look at the communities that we are situated now.
Yeah.
It's like everybody moves around however he or she wants. But at least if we are fond of sitting together like this, possible we could bring ideas to one another to live for good. Even though there are others that peer influences through that grouping, but probably if you look at most of the communities today, sitting as such, they don't think or they don't do things waywardly.
Yeah.
Like for instance, my brother have said, most of the community involve ourselves in helping masons, carpentry, that you follow, and then possible something small will come out of that.
Yeah.
And then through that, there are advices that come within the groups, and then you could see that many are getting out of those taking of drugs. But initially, those task force who are involving themselves trying to stop those taking the drugs and those selling the drugs, it's like many parents are not supporting them. Sometimes some of them, they moved and lack financial support.
True.
Maybe they may be going and they're short of fuel on their motorbikes, or even some of them are using vehicles. Sometimes, like for instance, they last chased somebody to this area. Unfortunately, the fellow could even hide to Malishao. When they chased up, their fuel got finished. And that was where the guy were able to abscond. But assuming they had support on the fuel, possibly they might have chased the fellow to wherever he or she was going. So all those things needed support, and including the non-governmental organizations too. If you are also in support of helping the communities, either by helping farming or even trade training,
Yeah.
I think all those things could have helped us better than the way we are always sitting.
Okay.
I think that's what I have.
Okay, that's great. That's excellent. Who else has something to add up? Anyone? Okay. Okay, I'll come to you. Yeah. Anything you want to say?
For me, the best solution is that why can we do, or what the producers, when the producers stop producing such drugs, can't it stop? Can't it support?
Okay. That's a very vital question. The producers of these drugs. Now, the thing is, what I know is that some of these drugs are medicinal. It is used to cure other illness. For example, tramadol, it's used to help alleviate pain, but used in moderation, prescribed by doctors. That's for specific patients. But when you take it excessively, then that is where, like you said, the person came and was standing and was about to sleep or almost fell off. That is it. Just like if you eat a lot, even normal food, it can have effect on you. If you don't eat at all, you can either have other complications. So the excessive use of these drugs, but just like everything, there is good, there is bad. If it is good in the hospitals, people will try to go and siphon them out to use for their own personal reasons. Any other? I saw some hands here. Okay.
Yen yarti mama yetu amaya. Ami sundami yetu awulen lenye. Dem pia bofiere bi de gba mala problem.
I actually don't understand what you said. What is that?
Moringa.
Okay. Okay. Anything hard drugs is not good. Anything hard drugs. We are on air, so I'm very careful to mention names of substances. But he mentioned some substance that
that thing is bad.
Yes, it's bad. Yes, so there are some substances that are known locally, but I wouldn't want to get that to mention that on air, because in as much as we're able to mention some, those are a bit common. We don't want to encourage young people to take that. Any other? Okay.
Hanela me parshe na zampanya me aka to luhe kaman timatima ma be kaman timatima ma fa be to dangmala kaman te lama ma be kaman nisan ma ta pajula kaman ta beja so biya nan da mun kaman mamman ko to ku ye zara yulo anan shama anan wannan nan anwu
okay
mu yan shino me hal shi wata nan man ta sai kona chanta ye kama zachi be so no kana ta saso bitu
okay
so labin yar ma tsara ma da nan fa nan da biya ma so lan jino sahawa biya ne shi so ka ta saso to
okay
so la saso go nan ma biya na abi ku to yin ta nan gara
okay
so rin kan ba kuma
okay yes, I think you mentioned that as well about the parenting. So he's saying that if parents are able to come together and advise their kids, it would help. But sometimes some parents watch their kids to start little by little, and when it gets out of hand, then they now ask community elders or leaders to come and advise their kids. Well, that's his opinion. Any other comments on that? Oh, my boyfriend is here. Go ahead.
For me, I think our brothers who are addicted, I think there is another way maybe we could help them.
Okay, how?
Maybe in reducing it.
Okay.
In reducing the intake of it.
I think it's,
because some of them, I did mention that some of them have dropped out of school because of it. But I think for now, since they are dropped out of schools, maybe there could have been a possible way of helping them, maybe in a different way.
Okay.
Something like, what do we call it?
How about?
Maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
Carpentering side.
Skills training.
Skills training.
Okay.
Maybe we could help them, some of them. And like, some of them are interested in it and they are lacking fees. Just because maybe they have gone beyond what their parents asked them to be.
So they have been rejected by the family because of the drugs.
They seem to have been rejected.
Okay.
Because of that, maybe if they are in need of fees to join maybe carpentering shop, the father won't give him attention.
Okay.
So I think maybe that one too, if we take it into consideration, or maybe helping them with some of the carpentry tools or skill training tools, it will have helped them to maybe
yes. I think yes. I think that's a key point that I will come to you on a key point on reducing the intake, because if you want to let people stop completely, they need to start with reducing the intake of these substances, and it starts with counseling. Do we have the right structures of counseling in our communities? Well, I don't think we have those structures. We just have people that will come to you to advise you. But when it comes to counseling, it's a step further. And I think that it's something that the youth even seated here today can look at starting at an effective counseling unit. I don't know how it's going to be done, but taking counseling to be a main focus can help. And Mr. Latif has mentioned broken homes. It's something that we may not have so much power over because you and I were not there when your parents met. So if your parents have met and they want to separate, may not be something that we may have so much power over. So I think that we as young people here today should be able to see what we can do. Any other comments on that? What we can do to help reduce all of these social vices? And we have not even said most of the things I want to hear. When they take these drugs, what happens? People go as far as what? Becoming armed robbers. That is where people want to rape our girls and other social vices. What else can we do as young people to make sure that the intake of alcohol, the schools dropouts, and all the issues we have mentioned are reduced? Let's get our final words. Who? Yes, we came to you at a point. Okay, go ahead.
Ta te defila pam te langu mon te tun te bo halle te pai dam bahar te yule.
Okay.
Tanta ami kana te yule dam bahar te yule kaman te bo ya tima fal bo far nyubo bon leke ka te fal de tima kan yur fare. Tanta be bole ko sarle akana te yule Mostly kamanti dundwanani te parents ma anto so biina to biane wan yisna in dwell nin for shaba o de o taba o da on dwell shaba bo biha wo kyan fen yansi be de kyan fen yansi te parents ma de to watcherle nya den kyan sham so be kaman anto yina yanka fotina shel mala ayon dundwane kayan yina na zan kyang te bi buhamba shi de tian nang ka ma te min farnguna a kyang farnyu fi te nyule ay nang la free kanang ban sha'ab lan diste fra mai ka shiya nti hadan nang ko sa te farnyu bo de tima falbo kare de to durtun be kare kyan tun so tiyan in yen wula ka tiyan nang kare chi ni manan tuna te fehra mana te mangsana ka NGO be gwamnati ka gbasa na to nsapa ka laban ma karchi.
Okay.
Tama kana te yule be mi kan fande tim trimodon ka gwamnati nirba be kpamba ma bantu en chang kama piana bolaga ka bu trimodon tama kan teke ka bunya marafa kama nzantama yin chang ka shel ti bian yin ni to nang ban sha kam an bara biko an te ka tim ma so nta to ami kana te yuli te bai kwalete te dundwana mane mane le chana ka biyan gwamnati be NGO yan tap sonte de la dinde den chi.
Okay. Okay, but mamanga bokatan tona because the whole yalla government NGOs to mamanga, like what can we do we ourselves?
Anye den check at kuyar karnya gwamnati men NGOs man sane karachi silin check lala ben yarama kana ka kutu chema.
Okay.
Den check an yalla lama munda Banyina to Kwaharlama. Dinya Sahashel, Nanamnanto, Bolvanteva, no Blah Borba Batang Banana, Karakuchi.
Yamangle.
Ama ben yina to Kwaharle. Ka ay yina to Baso Bia, Halian Buok of Bongo Budinyang, I am Bialadu. Karajis Lear of Canada, Bian. So Karajin Ma Kanamata Pass Hashele. The man love a Borman of Fabiago Suka Chetan and a mad didn't check Arabianma.
Okay.
Now you could solo Zalgo way ya one borlesham. Yo Yaman, my young Pama Yoz, on Koya to Amata police station, to know the Luan borlesham. Kanama bit man, wait to win a case Maka Kunanama Kula to Garo. To me, Sharon Chakatimama Biane, Katakuma well Serkaku to Tulum, Balakam and Shaw, the Kalanini Simzaman. So kula to no so one borosham, then entirely. Amanarana to Carnir Wetang and Kaku Yikakula to Jana. Dear Biane. Bank Harlaka Barbama, Bir Cartaba, Bikar nearby Yata, Cabanyaban chanted Zirwala, Bank Palamdi and Chile. So, Dindena Pacarachin and Labman and Zanti, Nanaman Borshel, Denkabayambara, Karianyala Idem Nakanta police station can do a kutu. Yel German come up at Ramado.
Yama, Filama, Filama, Pump, to one at the closing, and one or two people. Closing remarks. So we've spoken a lot, we've said so much, but at the end of the day, these are the issues that the normal, usual young man in Ghana, their concerns are issues of education, issues of jobs, issues of school dropout, issues of drugs. These are their concerns, and I'm even happy that I've not even had issues of marriage or relationship or whatever. Sometimes we feel that the young people of today just want to get into relationships and are lazy. But when I look around, I see very hardworking young men who are willing and able to commit their time, their energy and resources to work to become better people in the future. They are worried that what will happen to them in the next few years if they are not being able to have access to these opportunities that they are looking for. Our politicians, the government, the NGOs, philanthropists, today, together with all these young people and even the young people that are not with us here, we say that you can do better for us. The Food and Drugs Authority, we are asking and pleading with you, can you do something more? We know you are working too hard to make sure that these hard drugs do not get into the Ghanaian market. Some of these energy drinks, is there a way you can help us make sure that these energy drinks are not so flooded in our Ghanaian markets? Any final words from any of you? All right, finally, in 10 seconds.
Oh. Manum Malay to Ashel and Zampal Tijimaniam. Naruku Yeli to Ashel Pilulana Kambi. Titozobi Bangu Chanshukurtungo Maza. Terbornati, and you know, swung by being a toy. Beat Tabaka when you to Manamatan and Yama, Tabambichang Matan and Yama.
Okay.
And to Zo Ibachanshukrukan to Zochang. Kabato Taboko Patuma and Tumda. And you born in you and Bishukuru Fiska Kalar and to Zomana you and Tim. The Zote and Soyame. Ye chantum fable shangas and chanted Tumapulu. Puk Parliament Yelly, Karachi Selin Yelly, Nunu Tumbang Semin Yelly, Yin Nang Kam into a tabti.
Okay.
Now on the song I keep but tabti.
Ami. Finally,
my final word go like I think our parents,
okay,
they need help.
Okay.
The issue of maybe school dropout due to finance. Some of them, majority of them are farmers.
Yeah.
And because of the farming, maybe it may come to a point in time there will be a need of paying of school fees and also
that they may not have.
Maybe they have invested it into farming. So like if there was to be maybe a help elsewhere, helping them in their farming, they could have used that money in support of them.
Okay. We all need to put our hands, our heads together to make sure that the narrative actually changes. Today has been quite emotional for me, hearing all of these concerns. Parenting has been on the charts. If proper parenting can be targeted, then we can see that most of these challenges will not happen. They are aware and they are ready to make sure that the intake of these hard drugs and energy drinks are reduced. They are willing to work, but where are the opportunities? Agriculture is one aspect or one area that they are willing to work, but they need finance or they need money to be able to put all of these things together. The Mother Inspires Foundation, the Reflection TV show team, we are appealing to you watching us to support these young people, support the young men in the Katariga community in Tamale. If you are a philanthropist, a politician, an NGO that has access to funded opportunities for young people, I would plead that your priority will be the young men in the Katariga community. Because you have seen, you have heard their stories. They can do better. And I believe that seeing this or these as an example or examples can help us to know that we need to pay attention to our youth. We are the future leaders of tomorrow. I am Martha Inspires. Thank you for making time to watch this episode of The Reflection Show. The Reflection Show, restoring hopes.